Welcome to Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed, a space to connect with spiritual insights, open-minded perspective, and healing transformation. Hosts Kelley Eckhart and Cheryl Murphy are working evidential psychic mediums, spiritual teachers, and published authors who are coming together in friendship and teamwork to serve through the energy of spirit, healing, and animal communication. Each week, we invite you to join in a mixture of candid discussions, visits from guests and experts, intuitive development, and live readings to encourage everyone while exploring their multifaceted spiritual path. Come ready with questions and curiosities. And now, here are your hosts, Cheryl Murphy and Kelley Eckhart.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's show. You are tuning in to Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed. We have such a great topic today. It's called You Can't Make This Stuff Up, right? But before we get into that, let me say hello to my cohort. Hello, Kelley. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you, Cheryl. And I love that you always start the show off so energetically. It
Hey.
sets the tone. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I have to say, for our listeners, thank you as well, because you guys help us come up with these topics that you just reminding us about how spirit works with coincidences or, just dreams that come true. I mean, this stuff is amazing. And I have a great story. I know Kelley's got some great stories we'll be sharing, but we also want to hear your stories from spirit. Like, when you think of a miracle and it happens, when you think of someone, I mean, I can just start off, but let's say hello to our listeners first before we move on. Let's say hi to people tuning in on all social channels, on all of our podcast channels. And we want to thank Kelley, our producer backstage with Sacred Spiral Networks. But we are streaming live on our Instagram channels, and we are also on Facebook and YouTube. So thank you everyone again for joining us. Please make sure you say hello in the comments. We love to see your beautiful faces. Kelley, do you want to start with the story, or do you want me to start with the story?
You start with your story, Cheryl. I'm excited to hear it.
Okay, well, look, the name of our show today, and look, well, let's tell our audience, are we going to be doing readings later? Should we prepare
Yeah, we're going to do readings at about 4:30, guys. So listen in, and we'll announce when we're going to be doing the readings. Yeah.
So look, our topic is, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make up these moments. And I mean, I've even caught myself doing readings saying that very same thing. But I'll just tell you one of my recent outings. I went shopping. I had a shopping day, and I went to a couple of stores, what have you. And I met 3 people, Kelley, amazing, at 3 different stores. The first one I met, his name was Michael. And I thought Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, what a nice guy. Very nice. Next place I went to, I met another gentleman. His name was Jesus or Jesus. And I'm like, oh, isn't this interesting? And the same day, just one after another. And then of course, the third person I met, her name was like, Angela, but I kept thinking Angel in my head.
Angel, that's what I think.
Her name was Angela, right? And I'm like, oh my God, this is just what an amazing day. I mean, it's like you just can't make this up. When spirit's talking to you, they're going to get your attention.
Yeah, they are. They are. That's so sure.
Oh
That's so true. I love that.
It was amazing.
I love that story. Keep going. Who else did you run into? What other beautiful souls? You
may have heard this story before, but look, spirit works with me. I have a loved one in spirit, my brother, Greg. You may have heard this. Some of you may have heard, but so here I am. I'm working with a student, right? We're on a coffee break at a building, just having a coffee break, talking about, our loved ones in spirit. Sure enough, I bring up my brother. I'm telling her his name is Greg. What happens is her phone starts ringing. She has a friend named Greg that calls her. And then they hang up. Then we have a mutual realtor friend that walks by us. He's a real estate agent. His name is Greg. I mean, here it is,
Stop.
3 Gregs in a row. Not only 3, but there were 4, because then he introduces us to another, colleague of
Great.
his named Greg. I
Shut up.
mean, 4 times, and, 4 is like my number. That's the thing,
I
Kelly.
love this. I
4,
love
I don't know
this.
why. Things happen in 4s. I don't know why, but they do, and I'm okay with that. I love it. Yeah.
So I have a crazy story you just reminded me of, which I knew that would happen. So that's why I wanted you to go first. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, go
So
for it.
I went to go watch Cindy Kaza in Irvine years ago after RJ had died. And I brought my daughter, and RJ came through, and there was a girl in the front, a lady in the front who also lost a son. So we were piggybacks. Her
Okay.
son was an R name and a J initial. Her son was 20. Her son loved baseball caps. Her son did all the same things, music, this, that, had a sister. They were like best friends. Da, da, da. It was like so synchronistic. So she gave us both a reading. So that was like, I think a year after he had died. So like 2017. And I came back, I think in 2019, 2 years later, with my husband this time, no daughter. And the same woman was in the front again. And we
Again?
got a reading from our sons.
God.
And she hadn't been since the last time. Okay, is that not crazy? So that
It
was one
is.
incident. This is all Cindy Kaza, right? So then I moved to Northern California, and I missed going to see Cindy Kaza, and she was going to be in Pleasanton. And it was like a 90-minute drive from my house. And I talked my husband into going to Pleasanton to see the show for the night at Tommy T's out there. And they cram you in like sardines at these long tables, and you just sit next to strangers. You're just crammed in. So my husband and I are sitting across from each other. To my right, I start talking with this person, and his name's RJ. To my left, his name's RJ, but he goes by Ron, but was called RJ his whole life. Across from us, diagonal, RJ.
Oh, man.
1, 2, 3 RJs. My husband's next to me, next to him, and the one over, another RJ. And we're all just going, oh my God. So of course I'm thinking I'm going to get a reading because I'm sitting next to all these RJs. Of course I didn't get a reading, but all the people around me got readings. So I feel like RJ gave them the reading. He's like, Mom, you don't need it. You knew I was here.
Right,
I feel like he gave it up. But like, that was crazy. And you just reminded me of both of those because they were both with Cindy Kaza. And I just wondered, how crazy is that? And do you think it's her energy? He just loves Cindy Kaza.
Yeah, and I
know that he's around.
I mean, this so look, we would love to hear some stories from our listeners. I mean, any unexpected spirit communication or funny moments you've had with spirit, anything during a reading that's come up that is is like couldn't make it up. We'd love to hear from you. And you know what, your son, I just want to tell you, even I get signs from your son, Kelly, because sometimes I get 420 on something I'm doing, whether I'm scheduling an appointment or looking at a date, whatever that is. Here, that's so I love your son.
He's very active. I will say that. And I love it. And so I feel like we should all talk to our loved ones in spirit because they love hearing from us. They love it when we talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no way these are coincidences. And that's what happens when you step into experiencing the spirit world. That's always been my dream or my connection with spirit is I can read books, and I have, but I also want to experience the spirit world. And I've always put that request out to spirit. Let me have those moments, those experiences. And I have, and it's just, it comes true. I just want to I hope we encourage people to connect with their departed loved ones because they are certainly alive and well. And look, we see people making comments. I want to go over to Kay Weezy. I just had a butterfly landed on me Saturday. Oh, you just had a butterfly that landed on you.
Beautiful. That's so crazy. I was looking at butterflies this morning outside and wishing that one would land on me. So very lucky, very lucky.
I know it was your grandmother, Kay Weezy. I know it was your grandmother.
Yeah.
And let's read Andrew's comments. Andrew wrote,
I saw that too.
Did you see that? An angel I met in the park wearing a Greek shirt and holding a purple flower. That she a flower, she then somewhere else.
Went somewhere else or was
Yeah.
someone else?
Yeah, yeah. But you
I
met
think
an
that's
angel in the park wearing a Greek shirt and holding a purple flower, and then maybe she went somewhere else. But that is actually true about meeting angels. I've definitely met angels, and then
me
you turn
too.
around and they're gone.
Gone.
They're gone, and you
I
never got their name, or maybe you do sometimes, but and they were always there to help.
She disappeared or vanished. I've had an angel experience when I was 11. Another one when I was like 8 or 9 as well. But the 11-year-old one, he looked like Santa Claus. I
Oh.
wrote about it in the book Signs and Synchronicities, and we were about to be homeless. My mom had lost her job, and we needed exactly $3,000 to get caught up on our rent and take care of bills and get on our feet. And I had prayed to my angels because I was always praying as a kid. We didn't go to church. We went to a spiritual living church, but not like a church, but I always prayed. And I had prayed the day before saying, please don't let us be homeless. We just need $3,000. Just give us $3,000 somehow. And this man that looked like Santa was sitting at the end of the coffee shop. Never seen him before. We go there all the time. My mom knows all the waitresses. She's like it's like a little like a Denny's or something. She would eat there and do coffee every morning. And I'm with her. And we were giggling. I was giggling with my mom because I said he looked like Santa Claus. He had a big beard, and it was Christmas time.
Wow.
And I went to the bathroom, and we always went to the bathroom together in the restaurants. And when we came back out, there was an envelope that said, I think Sandra or Sandy. My mom's name was Sandra, but went by Sandy, so I don't remember which one it was. And the waitress says the man with the beard left it, and then he just was gone. She's like, it was like he vanished. I didn't see him leave. There was no car in the parking lot. It was just your cars. And like he had never had a car. It was just our car in the parking lot. And there was $3,000 cash in there. He's an earth angel, right? That's what I think. Never saw him again.
Definitely. I mean, that I love that story. I love Santa Claus, and I love your angel, and how wonderful, that happened for you. And that is totally a miracle. I mean, you cannot make that stuff up when those moments happen in your life. Look at you years later, remembering it like it was yesterday, right?
Because I just always believed he was an angel, that they sent me one in person for me to have faith. That's what I thought at 11. Even though we hadn't gone to church, I always just had this like knowing that there was something there. There was this beautiful energy. There was this beautiful thing, whatever we wanted to call it. I just knew there was.
That's great.
Michelle Krantz wrote one about,
I
got the one right there, at 4:10, a day or two after my dad passed away, I went to the drugstore. There was a gentleman there that from the back looked just like my dad. Same jeans, same walk, same haircut. I followed him around. I have done that before, Michelle, with my son. And it's kind of crazy because you swear it's them. Yeah. And I feel like it's a sign from our loved ones. I had a young man join a circle a couple of years ago, and he was like my son's twin. And I even showed him a picture of my son. And he was so sweet, and it was such a nice encounter. And I really felt like he had the same, personality and love, like big heart that my son had. And I just felt like it was just almost like a spirit hug because I got to hug the kid. And you look like him,
You and Michelle are reminding me that I had the same thing, Michelle, also, that I was driving very slow in the neighborhood that I used to live in out in Colorado. And this woman was riding her bicycle, the opposite direction. And I swear it was my departed stepmother. It looked exactly like her. It's as if I was in another dimension. Time had stopped. There was nobody moving. There was no traffic that day or no cars passing us. It was near a school, but there were no children around. I mean, it's like very quiet near a convenience store, very quiet. She rode right past me with a beautiful girl's bicycle, the basket with the flowers. I could have sworn that, I just kept looking at her going, I know that's her. I know that's her. It's just such an amazing. And then when she passed, it's like time started again or went back up to speed.
I've had that slow motion experience before. And you know who talked about that? Tony Stockwell talked about that once.
Yeah.
He had an experience like that where everything was like in slow motion and like time was frozen, but he was there with people and then they were gone and like everything was moving again, he said.
Yeah. It's something else. It's something else. Oh, we love your stories, guys. And look, that's
Yes.
the topic of our show today is that, you can't make this stuff up. Please share your spirit moments with us or, laugh out loud moments, synchronicities, signs that you've gotten, stories that you want to share, funny communication with spirit. We have other stories to share as well. Would you like to read another one, Kelly, or?
Yeah, Kay Weezy put, I saw my first ghost at 12. Civil War fighter. He wanted to play with me. He was a white horse. He was on a white horse. Sorry, I read that wrong. My eyes playing
Okay.
tricks on me. He was on a white horse. That's beautiful. And you saw him physically with your eyes, I'm assuming that's what you mean, because I think that's what you mean. I mean, that does happen to some children that are very gifted and open. I know that
Right.
happened to me a lot as a child. And it happened to my son, my youngest son as well. He would go around poking people when he was like 7. And I was like, why are you poking everybody? And he says, well, I'm not sure if they're real or if they're spirits. So I have to poke them. And people were getting mad at this kid coming around poking you.
I could see that. I could see that. But how
That is-
amazing that
yeah.
they seemed the same. They were the same.
Yeah. To him, I mean, and I'm imagining Kay Weezy too. Like you probably thought they were real. It was a real person at first, I imagine. It's pretty cool when they do that.
Yeah, pretty cool. Hey, look, we have Michelle Davison from Australia. It's her first time on our show. Hello, Michelle. Hello, welcome. And we hope it's a okay time for you over there. We hope you're staying up not too late for us, but thank you
I think
again.
it's morning time there.
Is it morning time?
Tomorrow morning, yeah, for them. They're like
Mm.
ahead of us almost a day. So I
Mm.
know in the past we've had Australian people follow the show, and it was when we were on at 5, it was like 10 or 11 in the morning there. So it depends where they're at in Australia, but it's morning time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome.
What did that just say?
Wait, what are we laughing? I'm sorry. We're at joke. Kelly's
That
got a
makes no
joke.
sense.
Kelly, what are you doing?
We need to get rid of that person's comment, please. I was reading it. I'm like, what did they just say? Yeah. Sometimes we get some interesting stuff on the show. I will say that.
But go ahead.
I was going to
gonna-
read Lorraine.
Yeah, well, read Michelle Krantz got a job. She's like, I wanted to let you know.
Oh my
A
God, I
few
didn't
weeks
see
ago, I asked if I would be getting a job soon as I was laid off in January. Today was her first day at her new job.
Hopefully we told you that. I don't remember what we told her, but hopefully if you asked us, we told you that. I'm so happy you got the job. Congratulations.
We're so happy. Oh,
I
it's
wanted to
9
read-
in the morning. Yeah, in Australia.
Okay, so I knew it was like 9 or 10 or something or 11. Yeah, I just knew it was like morning time. Lorraine Ahmed, when I lost my mom, I woke up one morning only to find a beautiful white feather on the side of my set of drawers at the
Oof,
side of my bed. Oh,
I got chills on that one.
Oh, I love
Lorraine.
that.
Lorraine,
That's so great.
definitely. Those are your people.
And I'm so beautiful. It's so beautiful that she was aware and was able to see that sign. Other people might have swept that little feather up and like it was just something that blew in out of the whatever,
Yeah.
not looking at the synchronicity of it.
Yes.
Synchronicity of it.
And just for everyone who's not reading this, Andrew does say tonight is the total eclipse and new alignment. So I've been reading up on that too, Andrew. So thank you for reminding us all that tonight is the total eclipse, new alignment. Very good.
420. What's up, RJ?
Is it 4:20 right now?
421 now,
Oh
but
my
it
gosh.
just flashed 420 on my computer, but my phone says 421. And it's the 11th. I was 11.
And it's the
or 11
11th.
numbers. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This is the day to have this show. Look,
Yeah.
and this topic too. I mean, we can't make this stuff up. Yes, we did tell Michelle she was, or one of us, or both of us did, she would be getting a job. So that's great.
Yay. I'm glad we were able to do that. Yes. You want to jump into readings?
Yes, let's begin.
You pick first one. I'm a Libra. I'm indecisive.
Okay, so guys, look, we want to welcome you again to our show. Look, we were having a great conversation about wonderful spirit connections. We please keep those stories coming. We'll still be reading them. But if you have a question for Kelly or myself, or we'll both be chiming in, please start typing in your questions now. I would say the more specific you could be, the better, only because these are mini readings. So if we could just get right to a point, like if you had an area of interest you'd like us to focus on, or if you want to ask us a question about the work we do, we would love to hear that. All right. I will go to Debbie Rockwell first because she says she'd love to hear from her mom. And I just heard hello, Debbie, and I saw roses all around you, specifically red roses. And I'd love it if you would let us know in the comment section. And I'm also hearing October. I didn't know if your mom was a big Halloween fan or if you understand that, please. But I heard once again that message for you, Debbie. So let us know. And yeah, let us know. Yes.
Would you say what you got again? I wanted to make sure I heard that. I was reading it and then I didn't
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you.
So I was connecting with Debbie Rockwell. She'd love to hear from her mom. Do
Okay.
you want to tune in, Kelly, a little
Yeah,
bit?
I was trying to tune in here, and I know you had mentioned the rose, and you said red
Oh, yeah.
rose, right?
Red roses, and I felt October and Halloween.
That's so interesting. And I also felt something about October that was really important too. I felt like I don't know if it's more than just Halloween, maybe a birthday or a celebration of some sorts, or something that happened in October. It's like feels important as well. And I feel like she's coming through, kind of just saying like I'm on the. It's like she's okay. Are you okay? It's kind of like she's coming through to check on you. That's how I feel. It's like she wants to make sure you're okay and that you know she's all right. But I also feel like there's somebody else in the family that struggles around her passing. And I feel like she's sending love to that person. It almost feels like another sibling of yours, perhaps, or somebody close in the family. That's what it feels like. So she's sending love to everybody. And I'm going to leave you with that. I'm not sure. I can't quite get out exactly what I'm feeling. And you know, you get those feelings and it's like you can't quite get it out of words.
Yeah, and these are mini readings, so we're really trying to get to as many people as we can. So, but I bet Debbie got the gist of it or exactly what she needed to hear. But
Yeah.
Debbie, if you just want to confirm out of that, she loved roses. We love that. Love your mom. I feel like she's happy in heaven. And yeah, as Kelly said, she's got your back. Here we go. Kelly, did you see that last
Oh, his
comment?
birthday is in October. Yes. Perhaps
Mhm.
he's the one that's struggling, your brother, and that's why she's coming through with lots of love for all of you, but really to send him extra love. That's the feeling. Because I just felt like somebody was really having a hard time. Yeah. That's beautiful. Well, just wait, I'm trying to read this one. Stephanie, my best girlfriend's birthday just passed, and she is gone 4 years this September. Really missing her. This is a time of year in Europe with shooting stars. Would normally you'd be together, I think is what she's saying. I really feel like your best friend is saying, you know, she feels like somebody who's really inspirational, really vibrant, full of energy, full of life. She feels like somebody that really brought the fun to all of your encounters. Like you guys could be like little girls laughing all the time together. It was like age didn't matter when you were together. You were like just like little kids having so much fun and nothing else mattered in the world. And I feel like she tries to bring you that excitement and that fun, and she wants you to reach for the stars and know that she's always with you and always around you. I do want to say, I know you talked about a birthday. His birthday just passed, but I feel like she's almost saying, don't forget the other birthday. So is yours coming up? Or is there something else that you guys celebrated that's coming up? Because I feel like she's talking about a celebration that's not this month, but maybe next month. It almost feels like. So it's not just her birthday. It's almost like we celebrated together these two birthdays. That's the feeling. So let me know if you understand that. I'm going to pass it to you, Cheryl.
Stephanie, I got the name Nancy. I don't know if that's a Nancy for someone else or if you understand that name. I also felt rainbows with your friend. And I do feel when you say it's your best girlfriend's birthday, I feel like, your sister, right? I feel like, right, sisters. And I felt like spiritual sisters. I felt very, once again, spiritual with her, where time has not passed at all. So I feel like in some way, rainbow is also like a key word for you guys. It could be a memory, but let us know. And also that we talk about stars being in Europe, but I feel like tonight or in the next night or two, because when you do look up to the sky and see the stars, like you will see like a falling star and or a shooting star, and that will be her. Okay.
She put her Aunt
Oh,
Nancy,
your Aunt Nancy. Hello, Aunt Nancy.
and she would have a blast we would have a blast together, and her niece is getting married. Okay, that's the exciting celebration that I was feeling. Yeah, like we're celebrating this together. So
good.
very excited. Yes.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Ah, it's so nice. And look, today's show has just been so uplifting so far. I mean, the stories are incredible. So, thank you guys for
Yes.
chiming in and sharing your stories with you. There's another story I wanted to read.
Yeah, I saw one back there too. I wonder if it's the same one. I'm looking for
Well,
it.
let's
Do you
just
know what
stay
their
with
name was?
Stephanie at 411, just because we finished a reading with Stephanie. Can I read her story?
Yeah, go for it.
Kelley, it was at 411. It says, I keep getting 111 or 1111, and it's been in the last year. So I told my boyfriend, who thinks I'm crazy. We understand that, right? Everyone understands that when
My
people
husband's on my side now. I brought him to the other side.
Last week, we go to a restaurant and the server says, please follow me to table 111. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
I think that's great. That's like me with the 420. I mean, as soon as RJ passed, my laptop started turning on at 4:20 a.m. and it freaked out my daughter and my nephew and nieces that were on the RV with us. Yeah. And so I would unplug I unplugged it and it went to sleep thinking it wouldn't turn on because I shut it all down, and it came back on at 4:20. It did it 4 days in a row.
Goodness.
Then we go to the hospital for my mom, and she's supposed to be in room 404, and I'm following the ambulance, and they told us to go eat dinner and then come because it was going to take a minute to get her in her room, but she'd be in room 404. Mm-hmm. Well, she wasn't in room 404, and I thought, oh my God, did my mother pass? This was years ago, and no, they moved her to 420. So wow. I get those things all the time too, Stephanie, and I love that you're aware of it. And I think we all should be aware of the synchronicities that happen in our lives. Sometimes they're very important clues or signs from our loved ones. Sometimes they're even signs from the universe to help us or take us on a journey, maybe or get us through a hard time. Maybe we need that inspiration, but they're always available. Yeah.
Oh, so would you like to pick the next one, Kelley?
Yeah, I would. Why don't we read for where did it go? Sarah Jane would love to hear from my parents and twin sister, please. And I just feel like, Sarah, your twin sister's coming through loud and clear. I feel like she was either the older one or she's telling me she's the more mature one. I feel like she has a sense of humor and she said it like it was, and she joked around with you a lot, that you guys were very close. I feel like she's with your parents. She's not alone. And I also feel like she left behind a family and she sends a lot of love to her family. And it almost feels like not like you or the siblings, but this is more like her own family. I might be off on that, and I'm sorry if I am. It just feels like I really want to send love to my family, and it's like the small group, it feels like. So I feel like she had her own family. And as far as your mother, I do feel like your mom was a very loving soul, very sweet, but tough. I feel like don't underestimate her kindness for who she really is. A lot of love from your parents. I feel like a lot of love from your sister. And I also feel like you have a big family on the other side, and they surround you with love, everybody. I'm going to leave that with, I feel like we're having a theme here with stars because now I'm hearing shine bright like what's that? Shine bright like a that it's in a song, Madonna song.
Oh,
Shine bright like a what was that she said in the song? Because I'm hearing Madonna now. So I don't know if Madonna resonates, but I heard Madonna and it's that shine bright like something. I can't think of the lyrics. I'm terrible. I'm gonna leave that. Cheryl, anything?
look, Sarah, I do feel when your sister passed, a part of you feels her and connects with her deeply in spirit. That's how I feel your spirit, your sister's saying you've even become more sensitive since her passing, and that you do feel her and experience her from the other side. I heard the name George for your father, but I'm not sure if you understand that, or maybe it may go to someone else. We have a lot of people on the call, so no worries there. But think about that name. It could be a friend or a neighbor that has passed. Also, I felt the number 9 to be significant. And then also with your mom, I heard like a string of pearls or a pearl necklace. So your mom feels very eager to be here, like your mother feels, as Kelly mentioned, like she is the mountain lion or the mama bear. She wants to come through and let you know that she's hugging you and squeezing you in this very moment. And also, I heard something about a happy birthday either coming up or just passed, but I felt it to be recent. So let us know in the comment section if you shine bright like a diamond, is someone said for Madonna.
Yes, that's it. But
Thank
somebody
you.
else said it was Rihanna. But I think Madonna did it first, didn't she? I'm not good with music.
So let us know, Sarah.
It's not a Madonna song, so I'm wrong. It was Rihanna's song, but the song I had right, "Shine Bright Like a Diamond." I just couldn't get the lyrics out. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay. No confirmation from Sarah at all in the comments. If you understand anything or all, please let us know, Sarah. It helps us out. Thank you.
Grandfather George, she left me her pearls. Ooh, Grandfather George, she left me her pearls. My niece's birthday was recently. She turned 56 on the 26th. I mean, how about that? That is amazing, Sarah, because I feel your loved ones on the other side are helping you like tenfold become everything you want to be in this world and more. And your intuition is true, is what I'm hearing. So just please keep trusting. Lucky Star is Madonna.
That's
Kelly.
it. But I was thinking of Shine Bright. So I had the two. Yeah. I crisscross them, which I do often if you ask my kids. I can't remember who sings what or what the lyrics all are.
It's been
that person that sings all the wrong lyrics,
So thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. And Sarah,
Yeah.
so look, you
That's
are no one has left you behind, my friend. Your parents and sister are stronger than ever in heaven.
Yeah, a lot of love. A lot of love. Will you pick the next one?
Okay, I am going to go back to 411 with Ariel Garfield. She gave us a story, and I wanted to see if we could maybe tune in and for her loved ones. So let me go back to Ariel 411. It says it's right above Stephanie's. It's when Ariel Garfield when my mom was passing. I'll give Kelly a minute if she can find that at 411.
I'm
there
trying
it is. Thanks.
Okay,
When Kelly Brickle thinks.
I know, I got what you meant now.
When my mom was passing, my dad, myself, and younger sister were at home while her siblings stayed for them turning off the life support machine. We were on the back patio, and a butterfly somehow had gotten inside our screened-in porch and landing on my dad's stomach and would not move for 5 minutes. We then got the text from her sister saying she's gone. We knew it was her.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful, Ariel. That is your beautiful mother. And I feel like crying. I feel tears in this moment, and I feel like celebration. I don't know why I'm here. I'm seeing streamers of like Hawaiian lei, the lei necklaces of flowers, but they're like in strings coming down. So would Hawaii mean something to you? Also, I'm hearing that your mother had a garden, or she loved her garden. And I want to tell you also that I feel like you have her rings, or, I mean, of course, she would pass her jewelry. We think, when we assume, but I hear this. I hear that you have her rings. And also there's an instrument that she either used to play, or I'm hearing piano music, if that is something very fond that you can understand. So please let us know, Ariel.
Yeah. That is
And
a beautiful story, Ariel. Thank you for
yes,
sharing that one. I really love that. That's beautiful. I hope you got photos. I know you're Miss Camera Girl, so I hope you got photos of that. That would have been beautiful to share. Yeah.
and Kelly, are you sensing anything for Ariel, or were you
Uh,
going to
I
move?
feel that Ariel is surrounded more or less by all these beautiful women in spirit. So I don't know. I think her mother, but I also think there's like an aunt. I feel like there's like a great aunts, there's grandmothers, but I feel like there's this beautiful feminine energetic field that surrounds her with love and really inspires her from her spirit family. That's what I feel. And I feel like they're so proud of you. And it's more of an intuitive feeling than a mediumistic reading. I would say it's more of like a soul reading, because I feel like her spirit family is here, but they really want to say that they're so proud of who she's becoming or growing into, and how she's evolving as a soul, and really embracing her inner feminism and her inner self, and just being true to herself. And I feel like they want her to know how proud they are. That's what I feel. Yeah. A lot of changes have happened, it feels like, for you, Ariel, and that they just want to say you're showing up with you're always showing up with a smile, and you're getting through it, and you're making things happen, and they're proud of you. Yeah. That's it. Did I pick? You picked Ariel, right? So you
Yeah, I
want me to
did.
pick?
I did.
Did you want to share some events for Cheryl?
Oh,
Did I share
sure.
some of our events? We always forget.
Thanks for mentioning it. Look, I have a small group reading, everyone, coming up August 14th. It's just a couple of days away. There are a couple of seats left. I'd love to have you there. It's 6 people total. Everyone gets a reading, and we love our time together. It's at 4 p.m. Pacific time this coming Friday on the 14th. You can get tickets through my website at mediumcheryl.com. Also, I have an event coming up with Thomas John at the end of August, August 27th. That's online as well. And then, of course, my memberships, my Healing Prayer Circle, we just had that on this past Sunday, and my energy transformation sessions, which, I mean, Kelly, we're talking about so much energy happening these days. I really think that
Praise.
membership is so appropriate for this year, especially being, with the Chinese, New Year we're having. I mean, this is full steam ahead. This next Lionsgate, right, from 8/8.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
Lionsgate.
Holy Lions. Ooh, that was a good one, Cheryl. That sounds like something your grandfather would say. Like, but not Lionsgate, but like something corny like that. That was great. I love it. I love it. Well, I have a small group reading coming up where everybody gets a reading on Sunday, August 23rd. I think I've sold half the tickets, or 5 of them or something. There's still some left if you would like to come. And then that's on August 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Psychic sit-ups I have starting in September on the 14th. That's a practice development circle for a month. We give you the exercises, you show up and practice. And then I have my open mic afternoon in September on the 20th for anybody who'd like to come and support my students, or just up and coming mediums that really are just trying to get their practice and get their name out there. That's what this is an opportunity to do, to be supportive and loving, and show up for them.
That's beautiful.
And other than that, it's slim right now. I'm working on some things.
Oh, it's great. It's all good. It's all good. And guys, really, we are still doing a couple more readings for our show today. So if you have a question, please type in a question that you'd like to ask. But we still have lots of questions to choose from. But let's keep going. And look, we're still reading your stories. What has happened for you that's like amazing? It's like a spirit connection or a funny story with spirit, because you can't make this stuff up after a while. I mean, it's too many coincidences happening out there.
Yeah. There is a lot of there's a lot of coincidences happening out there right now. I have felt a lot of synchronicity in the last week, more than normal, like just encounters with people. And we just had a meeting with my husband, and it was an attorney that we were meeting with. And it was our first time meeting with her. And we were talking about our son being on the spectrum and 19. And she's like, I have a son on the spectrum who's 19. Like, we just kept like introducing ourselves, and like we had all these weird synchronistic things. It was crazy. And so I felt like, oh, we're in good hands. I found the right attorney, right?
Yes.
But it was like this click feeling, and those synchronicities gave me the clue or the feeling I needed to know, like, I'm on the right path. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That just, I mean, this is, and these stories that we're sharing, some of them happened years ago, but Kelly's sharing a story that just happened.
Like 3 days ago. Yeah. I mean, it's our first time meeting this attorney, and it was just so synchronistic. How we found her, how we came, the whole thing. Yeah, it was beautiful. I loved it.
I love it, Kelly.
Yeah.
So do you want to take the next question, or?
Yeah, let's, we didn't read for Kate Weezy yet, did we? His grandma?
No, we
I
haven't.
think he had mentioned earlier about a butterfly.
Yes, he did.
Had landed on him, and he wanted to know.
Yes.
And I think he'd mentioned something about a birthday, but I think that's in October. So I'm just going to tell everybody up front, don't feed us too much information before we do the readings. Be really vague, like, I've got a grandmother I want to hear from, or I've got an uncle I want to hear from, or my friend I'd like to hear from. Because if you're giving us information, sometimes we can get in our heads. I will say this. I know we've read for your grandmother, and I know that she's very active in your life. And she probably did send you that butterfly, because that's what it feels like to me. And I do want to say that your grandma's never leaving your side. She's always going to be around. She's always there, and she's in your heart. I know your grandmother was a strong-willed woman, and she feels like she was more than your grandmother. Like, she raised you, and she raised everybody. I feel like it didn't matter. Like, she took care of people and treated them all like they were her kids. And she is such an old soul. I do feel like grandma was always full of great advice, and always gave you the best advice. And she still does. She's still there. She's still connected. And the way she gives you advice, or the way she connects with you now, is through, your environment, the butterfly, dreams, thoughts that drop into your mind, a feeling or a knowing. But that's how she's with you always. And I do think music is a way that she connects with you, because music is important to you, and she knows that. So pay attention to the music that plays. Even if it wasn't grandma's favorite song, listen to the lyrics, listen to the words. If they're touching you in a special way, and you get the goosebumps, it's from grandmother. Okay. A lot of love from her, though. She's like, I'm always with you. I don't know why you're questioning it. She's like kind of looking at you like, come on, I'm around. That's how I feel that she is. And I'm going to pass that to you, Cheryl.
Yeah. I mean, Kay Weezy, he's saying that that's her, Kelly. That's her.
Yeah, and she's great.
Yeah. And I do want to say that she's not only intuitive, but so are you, right?
Yeah.
You are too, Kay Weezy. You're very much an empath. And I really do sense you feel her, and even sense her with either the lights flickering on in the bedroom is how I'm hearing it, or when you're getting ready in the evening for bed, because she feels very much supportive of you and thanking you for helping her when she wasn't doing too well. But she does feel like your rock. I want to say her head doesn't hurt anymore, if I'm hearing that correctly. So please let me know. Also, I felt the month of March to be significant for you. So if you can understand that too. And in some words, she's saying that, like, march on, like, keep dancing, like things are improving for you, like you're getting better, you're on the right track. So she feels like a very positive, supportive, beautiful soulmate of yours. So thank you so much for allowing us to connect with her today.
And you pick the next one, Cheryl. I'm going to see if you pick the one I'm thinking.
Oh, I might go back up to Lorraine at 437. Lorraine at 437 says, I would love you to connect with my mom, dad, and brother, please. And thank you.
Okay. You want to start that one? I think I already read for Lorraine earlier, didn't I? Or did I answer a question?
I don't know if we read.
I just remember the name, because it's like Lorraine Ahmed. I had a hard time saying the last name, but I can't remember what it was now. I'm blank. So go ahead and you read for it.
I will say that your brother feels very close to you, Lorraine. Your brother feels like a very true, loving spirit. Oh, we answered a question from her. That's what
it was. Okay. I just remember the name, that's all I can remember. Go for it.
I do feel that there's an anniversary right around now, a passing of a departed loved one. If you can validate that or let us know, it's right around now. Also, when I mentioned your brother being very close to him, or him having a really good, solid, loving relationship, mom and dad also feel very close. The message is that I feel in some way they're telling me, Lorraine, that you are a big achiever in life. If anything, you might be an overachiever. So if you understand that, let us know, because mom and dad, they're like, you can have some time off, or you can, take more vacations, because you do feel like a worker bee, Lorraine, I will say that, or working a lot. But I know that they're here to support you. And once again, they're here to support you and not to be too hard on yourself, because we're always the hardest on ourselves. Right, Kelley? It seems to be for me.
I'm guilty.
But yeah. So if you can understand that, and if Kelley, if you're good, or if you want to.
I just want to add, I really, I was trying to find the original message because I like to read them.
Oh, is it?
It says, I would love for you to connect with my mom, dad, and brother, please. So I really feel a strong connection with mom. I said mom. Yeah. I feel like you were super close with your mom. I feel like she's just really standing by your side. And I do feel like I want to say happy birthday to somebody. So I'm not sure if that makes sense. But she's really sending so much love. And there's something about fresh flowers with mom. I don't know if she loved to garden or if you're the gardener, but she keeps showing you beautiful flowers, and they're like fresh flowers. Like, I just cut these out of my garden and I've got a beautiful vase of flowers. Like, I feel like that's something she would have done or something you do. And she's just acknowledging that. Okay. Yeah. What was that? You were going to say something, Cheryl.
Oh no, I was just looking at Instagram. I was starting to get so much energy off of Instagram. I'm over here looking for the next question. I'm like, oh my God,
yeah.
Energy over
I know
here.
you kind of got this like spark in you, and I was like, go ahead, say it. Well, I'm going to leave you with that, Lorraine. Thank you so much.
Can I share a story that yes. I am Morningstar? I am Maria Morningstar over here. I don't know if
it's Lorraine's and her twin brother's birthday this weekend.
Oh, it's Lorraine and her.
They were saying happy birthday. Yeah. That's beautiful.
That's great. Thank you so much for validating that. Yeah. And so I am Morningstar. It's in Instagram. There was a bird today that landed on my porch just like a foot away from me and sat there and chirped and then flew into my glass patio door and then flew off. So apparently you are asking if that is a spirit that landed, or a spirit guided bird today. It landed on your porch just a foot away from you. It sat there and chirped and then flew into your glass patio door and flew off.
Hopefully it didn't get hurt.
Hopefully it didn't get hurt, because I felt it. And Maria, I'm telling you, this is before I felt it was a male departed loved one. And I'm just seeing above this comment that you're saying your dad passed. Your dad passed on January 23rd in 2023. Yeah. And then, one in my wreck where the guy that hit me passed was 11/11/22. Oh, well, her loved ones, or her people passing, Kelley, are passing on synchronistic dates like 23/23, 11/11/22. Like, these are very, very synchronistic. But I did feel like to be your dad. I'm sure it was a message. I think that was your dad.
That's interesting. I never really thought about that. But when you said that,
when people pass the date.
Well, my son was born on Saturday between 7 and 8 p.m. and he died on a Saturday between 7 and 8 a.m. And my mother, I believe, died on a Saturday between 7 and 8 p.m. I just think that maybe there's some connection in me with synchronistic things. I haven't looked at other people's deaths, but I'm always looking at patterns and numbers on my genealogy. And that's one I haven't looked up. So now I'm all curious.
Thank you
so much. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. You got me thinking.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was a great little story too. I love that, you
Yeah.
know. So the bird landed.
Landed a foot away from her. It sat there and chirped for a while, and then it got up and started flying. It hit the glass patio door and then flew off.
Yeah, I mean, they do use birds a lot, spirit. You know,
Mhm,
I've had a lot of experience. Like, I have some incidences where a bird was my sign, you know, a messenger.
mhm.
One was a week before my son died. And then after he died for like months, I had bird messengers. I call them hummingbirds, crows, and doves, like those three birds. Just so many things that just were so strange that never would have happened normally in bird behavior, you know? Oh,
Yeah,
and a weird green bird that only lives in the forest but came to my crystal store at the beach. You would never catch these birds at the beach. They only live in a forest.
mm,
Yeah. And it went in my store. I mean, crazy stuff. So birds are beautiful messengers to really let us know. I feel like, you know, it's a message, or I'm safe, and here's my message back to you with love. I feel like they're messages of love, the birds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, look, can we look at DLP 1111 at 451? Kelly, I'll let you read and start this
Will
question.
my financial situation improve soon? Maybe with a new job with higher salary. I want to say right off the bat, it feels like you are working and maybe you're job hunting. So let me know if that's correct. I just want to know if I'm feeling that right. I've also feel like your financial situation is going to improve, just not on the timeline that you're hoping for, but the thing is that you're going to be okay. It's all going to work out and things are going to get better. I want to say in a year from now, when you look back, you're going to be like, wow, all of that happened and it was crazy when it was happening, but now I understand why. And I'm in a much better financial situation and I'm in a happier place when it comes to my career. So, yes, and it's not necessarily about salary. It feels like it's more about the environment that makes a difference. That's what I keep hearing. And to keep your options open and don't, it almost feels like expand your knowledge and don't corner yourself into one field. Open up your options and look in other ways, or look outside the box. You will find a much better job that makes you feel happier and excited. Right now, you feel unchallenged and slightly bored and frustrated with the dynamics at your work. I'm just about down to my last dollar, so I'm getting panicked about being able to pay my mortgage. Oh no, I'm so sorry about that. I really do feel like things are going to work out though. I don't know how.
Mm,
I just keep hearing you have to look outside the box. Um that's what I'm hearing. Yeah. Look outside the box. Don't think that you only can go in this direction, that there's a bigger direction that you can go into, and that's going to open up more opportunities is what I hear. That's what I'm going to leave that for you. Cheryl, what do you
That
feel?
that's really good. So the short answer, I felt, yes, your financial situation will improve. I did feel, and just hear this out, I did feel 2 jobs, though. I felt in some way you go about it in a roundabout way, meaning there's like 2 jobs that you take on, and then eventually that narrows down to a job that you're gonna keep full time. So, what I'm hearing from spirit is that people are moving out of your way to create this opportunity, but it may take, like, 2 part-time jobs in the meantime, uh, to get you through this before you find or land that opportunistic job. I do hear you're a hard worker, you shine, and I feel someone sees that hires you and offers you that job with the higher salary, but other people do have to step out of the way. Like, there's about
Mhm.
divine timing about you kind of stepping into your own light, right?
Yes. Yes.
But absolutely, you keep going. And I got to tell you, I think opportunity is just right at your tips. I'm hearing like within the next 3 weeks, or the number 3, if that means something for you. It could be 3 days, could be 3 months, but that sounds pretty far off.
Mhm.
And it feels far off. But I do know you're trying hard, and I just heard you're gonna get a call back on one
Mhm.
of your interviews. You did say you're job hunting, but I felt you'll get a call back. You're much more valuable than you're giving yourself credit for.
And while you were talking, Cheryl, I got another little hit here. I want to say, look at your resume and reword some of the things like your objective. I feel like you're cornering yourself to one thing, and they're passing you over for jobs that you're qualified for based on your objective or something in your resume. So take a look at that as well. And the other thing I got that was really important, and now it just slipped my mind. Okay, maybe it'll come back. If it comes back, I'll say it. But that was the most thing. I felt like you need to switch some wording around on the resume, and you're going to get noticed much more. And reapply for jobs maybe that you haven't heard from, or follow up. That's what I'm hearing too. And think outside the box. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Thank you. And so we really would love to hear back from you in the future, and let us know how you're doing. Let us know. And please join us, everyone, because I know we're coming to the end. Look, DLP 1111 applied for an admin services supervisor, but I've never supervised before. It would be more salary. I love it that you are going outside the box.
That's great. And here's the thing, just because you haven't supervised doesn't mean you don't have the skill sets from the jobs you have done. So that's why I feel like rewording the way you've worded things. I used to be in HR forever, and I had to read resumes all the time. And I'd get like thousands of resumes for engineer jobs that we were, hiring for. And it was interesting how the resumes that stood out and the words that stood out to me or that caught my attention. So I do think that the way you word things is really important. So that's good. And I love that you're thinking outside the box. Can we do one more reading really quick?
Okay.
I feel so called to do this one for Cheryl Myers. She wants to hear from TJ, and I believe TJ is her son.
Okay.
And I can't stop, like, her name just keeps popping in my head. I keep seeing it.
I saw her earlier.
Yeah. I have to say, Cheryl, I feel like, let me know if TJ is your son, because that's the feeling I get. And I feel like, yes, he's coming through. I feel like he was a very bright soul, a very kind of quiet sometimes. I feel like he could be introverted at times, although he's not always that way, or wasn't always that way. But I do feel like he was a quiet contemplator, meaning he quietly think about things or question things in his head, almost like he was, what do you call that? When people are always like questioning things, or what's that? Not inspirational, but they go to school for this. It's like a spirituality type stuff, but it's not. It's something else. Anyways, not your son. Okay, that's fine. If you know if this matches TJ, let me know, because maybe I'm connecting with the relationship wrong. But I felt like you were like a mom to him. That's what I felt like. So maybe that's not right, and I apologize. But do you understand the personality? Just a very in his mind a lot. He thinks before he talks. He thinks about what he's going to say before he talks. Philosophical. Thank you, Michelle. You got my words out of my head. You must be in menopause like me. I have the words, but I can't get them out. He feels very philosophical the way he thinks his mind. So let me know if your friend TJ, or whoever TJ is in your life, if that's how he was, because that's what I'm feeling. And I'm going to let Cheryl take over for now, because I just feel like he's really a lot of love, and he comes through with a lot of love for you. And he feels very philosophical, and he brings inspiration to you, I feel, and he wants to inspire you.
I'm going to ask Cheryl to come back on our show next week, Cheryl, and maybe we can give you a reading
more time.
And to spend more time.
No, okay, so I might be connecting with somebody else who has a son, and that happens. But I felt the son trying to come through for somebody that was very much in his head a lot. Overthinking things. So sorry about that, Cheryl. I tried. I felt drawn to your name, but we don't have time. I apologize.
Yeah. And guys, we just want to say thank you to everyone for joining us. And look, Cheryl, and what's happening, Cheryl, is maybe she has more people wanting to come through. Yeah. So Cheryl, look, next week, okay?
Yeah, come back next week.
And next week at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. TJ is my missing daughter. But
okay, well, I felt son for some reason. The name, maybe my head got in the way, which happens. That's why we don't want names or information. I would have rather, when you ask for readings, you guys say my daughter and my son, my uncle, but no names. Names can be, it gets us in our head, and we have a short amount of time to do readings here. Yeah. So I apologize, Cheryl. Next week.
Yeah, next week.
We'll remember you.
Of course. And look, everyone, have a beautiful week. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight's topic, Kelley, was amazing. And look, everyone, thank you again for joining us. We'll see you again next week. Please be sure to subscribe if you're on YouTube with us. If you're on Facebook, please follow us and like us. And also on Instagram, follow us. Also, please sign up for Kelley's newsletter at mediumkelly.com. Yeah. And then I'm at mediumcheryl.com. Sign up for our newsletters and you can check out our upcoming events. Thank you again. It's been such a joy to be with all of you. Thank you for sharing your stories.
Thank you, everybody.
You just can't make this stuff up. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you. Namaste, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.